Amira lived in a large house with high walls and silent rooms. Everything around her was expensive, clean, and perfect, yet her heart often felt empty. Her days were filled with lessons, meetings, and expectations. People around her always talked about money, status, and future plans. No one asked her what she truly felt. One afternoon, her car stopped near a small roadside bookstore. The driver went to fix a tire, and Amira stepped out to wait. That was when she noticed a young boy arranging old books on a wooden shelf. His clothes were simple, and his hands showed signs of hard work. His name was Arman. Arman came from a poor family. He worked every day after college to support his mother and younger sister. Life was not easy for him, but he never complained. When Amira asked about a book, he spoke gently and honestly. There was no fear in his voice, no desire to impress, only kindness. That short conversation became the start of something unexpected. Amira began stopping by the bookstore often. Sometimes she bought books, sometimes she only talked. Arman listened to her stories about loneliness, and she listened to his dreams of becoming a teacher. They came from different worlds, yet their hearts understood each other. Slowly, feelings grew. They never touched hands, never made promises, but their words carried warmth. Amira felt alive for the first time. Arman felt seen and respected. But there was a truth Amira did not share. Her family had already chosen a future for her. A rich man named Zion, successful and respected, was part of her life in ways Arman did not know. Zion was not her husband yet, but he was someone her family expected her to marry. Amira told herself it did not matter. She believed her talks with Arman were harmless. We are just talking, she thought. But deep inside, she knew her heart was slowly choosing someone else. This was not a loud love. It was quiet, hidden, and growing in silence. And sometimes, the quietest love becomes the most dangerous. As weeks passed, Amira's visits became more frequent. She shared things she had never told anyone before. Arman became her safe place, a space without judgment or pressure. At the same time, her life with Zion continued. He sent messages, planned dinners, and talked about the future. He trusted her completely. Amira smiled, nodded, and played her role well. But her heart was no longer honest. When Zion spoke, she listened politely. When Arman spoke, she truly heard. This was the beginning of emotional infidelity. Amira was giving her feelings, her thoughts, and her emotional support to Arman while staying connected to Zion. She did not see it as betrayal at first. She told herself she was confused, not unfaithful. Arman noticed changes too. He sensed that Amira was hiding something. Sometimes she looked distant, worried. When he asked, she avoided the truth. She feared losing him if she spoke honestly. One evening, rain fell softly as they stood near the bookstore. Amira spoke about dreams, dreams of freedom, simple happiness, and love without rules. Arman listened quietly. In his heart, he already loved her, but he respected her too much to cross limits. What he did not know was that limits had already been crossed in Amira's heart. At home, Amira felt heavy with guilt. She thought of Zion's trust and Arman's innocence. She was standing between two lives, slowly breaking both. Emotional infidelity does not need touch. It begins when honesty ends. Zion visited the bookstore area by chance. He saw Amira standing there, smiling in a way he had never seen before. He did not interrupt. He watched from a distance. That night, he asked her a simple question. Who is he? Amira froze. Silence filled the room. For the first time, she could not hide. Tears rolled down as she admitted everything. Not a physical affair, but an emotional one. Zion felt broken. Trust, once lost, cannot be easily repaired. He realized that even without touch, he had already lost her heart. Meanwhile, Arman learned the truth too. Amira finally confessed about Zion and her family's plans. Arman felt betrayed, not because she loved someone else, but because she hid the truth. I would have understood, he said quietly. But you chose silence. Both men walked away in different directions, carrying the same pain. Amira was left alone with regret. Time passed. Life moved forward, but hearts healed slowly. Zion chose dignity over anger. He ended everything peacefully, though the pain stayed. Arman focused on his studies and family, carrying the lesson of trusting carefully. Amira learned the hardest truth of all, that love without honesty destroys everyone involved. She lost both loves, not because of society, but because of emotional betrayal. Standing alone one evening, she finally understood. Infidelity is not only about actions. It is about where the heart chooses to stay.